Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Hey.
As you have seen the description of my email, I'm Jean-Claude Rinda, and I'm conducting interview with different people who have been working closely with people raising their capital. And I sent email to you, also inviting you maybe to have interview with me. And as the person who has like some activities of connecting students, of connecting different people to different careers. So I thought, and I'm quite sure that you have experience in crowdfunding as the main topic that we're going to talk about today. So before we get started, and I'd like to know if you can give me a time to read a consent so that we can proceed.
Yeah, it's okay, feel free.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. So today is 20th November. So my name is Jean-Claude Rinda, and I'm a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. So I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. So I will record this interview and use the information in the article I'm writing for research project. So the article and the recorded interview will be submitted to College for America so that my work as an interviewer can be evaluated. So this recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluator and the College for America staff will have access. So before we proceed, do you have any question?
No.
So thank you very much. Do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes, please. I, Jean Bosco, give my informed consent to participate in this interview, to be recorded and used as a part of your academic evaluation.
So thank you very much, Jean Bosco. So I'm going to proceed with some few questions that we are going to answer regarding crowdfunding. So the first question says, so what common challenges do Rwandan entrepreneurs face during campaign of crowdfunding?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a good question.
Yes.
Normally here in Rwanda, if you know, government and banks regulations are blocking money which come from abroad. So for most of entrepreneurs and young people want to raise money, they face the issue of not being allowed to receive money from abroad. Of course, it depends on the target amount they want to bring in. Yeah. That's the first challenge of being blocked by the regulations that are in place. The second challenge I know is that most of the crowdfunding platforms are not accepting local payment methods. You know, it sometimes requires to have a partner who is abroad, for example, who is in the US or who is in another continent for you to raise money. So it's a great challenge for people in Rwanda. Another challenge maybe I may talk about is that when a business idea is not protected, doesn't have a patent or copyright, someone may see it on crowdfunding sites and steal the project. It happens. Like someone posts their business idea on crowdfunding platforms, and another one goes, visit it, and go through all the details. They try to steal the idea. Yeah, that is another challenge. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the answer. So the following question is, you know that we are having different types of crowdfunding. So, but we are going to focus on equity and loan crowdfunding. So as this equity, this is where maybe you seek, maybe you want to raise capital, you want to raise your capital, where maybe the investors will be awarded some shares. So, and then maybe this loan or maybe this debit crowdfunding, this is where maybe, so you raise capital through lenders. So the people who gave you like this capital to start your business, so they are paid back their loan. So, and depending or maybe according to your experience, So what type of crowdfunding maybe can you recommend the Rwandan entrepreneurs to go ahead or to use?
Yes, I try to be in the middle because both types of crowdfunding are working somehow differently. I can't easily know which one can be better because it will depend on the type of business people are doing. Uh, for example, they might be starting a business which requires to have many shareholders, and they are open to have those shareholders. They want to raise funds, but they can also bring in more shareholders. In that case, those entrepreneurs need to go for equity-based crowdfunding, because in equity-based crowdfunding, that's where you can invite a large group of people to share profit in your business or in your project through investing,
Yeah.
So other people can also go for lending crowdfunding because they want to receive maybe repayable funds without giving those backers any rights over their business. Of course, they want to pay the debt back. They want to pay with interest, but they don't want to give any rights or to people to own their business or to have a share in their business. In that case, they need to go for that lending crowdfunding and get ready to pay the debt back with interest. Yeah, that's how I see that. Maybe it will depend on the entrepreneur, what they want and what type of business they are running. Yep.
Yes, that is very, very, very important to know. So of course we say like maybe it depends on the entrepreneur, it depends on what he wants, it depends. Maybe there are some people who don't want to maybe to have other people having rights of decision making in their business. So means that if this person doesn't want people to get involved in his business, so he can go ahead with this loan where he will be able to pay back the loan. So thank you very much. And this is clear to the people who want to invest using one of the crowdfunding type. So let's go with the following question, which is about the common mistakes you have noticed from the students. Maybe you recommend to use either equity or loan crowdfunding.
Yeah. Most of the time when I'm helping students or any young person who wants to raise funds over crowdfunding platforms, they don't know how to set a reasonable goal of funds to raise. You know that most of the time when the goal you set is not fulfilled or is not achieved, the money you raised is gonna be given back to people who gave the money to you because you didn't hit the target or you were not able to achieve what you wanted. So that's the first mistake people make. They don't set a reasonable goal of funds to raise. Another mistake those students make is not conducting a research. Crowdfunding platforms require to conduct a significant research to know about crowdfunding for more success strategies. They need also to do actual research in order to gather real data, to become familiar with their target audience, identify their wants. They want to be clear in their mind what they want and also what they are telling people to do. Another mistake most of them make is about like offering an idea. Just offering an idea, the way I want to make it understood is for crowdfunding, we need more than an idea. We need a working prototype, something that demonstrates the idea is gonna work, or that can show off as an example to potential investors. We want to demonstrate how the business idea will be, what impact we are trying to create, but not just an idea. We need a working prototype. So those students then are using just ideas, words, something like that, but they are not showing something that can be really feasible, that is demonstrating something that is working. The last mistake I may mention here is that most of them, they post on those crowdfunding platforms, but they don't remember to post somewhere else, to use other marketing strategies for raising the awareness about the crowdfunding cause they are doing, you know.
Yeah.
Also, they need to create high quality print and web marketing materials, like with a personalized message for it to be received by everyone who might be an investor. Yeah, thank you.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much, John Bosco, for the clarification of this question. So I'm going to ask you another question. You know, maybe when you're recommending people, maybe to use one of the this crowdfunding type. So maybe there is some challenges that you face. So the question says, can you maybe tell me the biggest challenge you faced while advising people to seek funds?
Can you come again, please?
So I'm saying this is like the follow-up question, and this is kind of similar to what I've been even talking about. So it depends when we're recommending people to maybe to seek fund. So it depends. There's maybe some challenges that you face, maybe some bombastic questions that they ask you. So can you maybe tell us a time that you faced maybe the challenge or the challenge that you faced while advising people to seek funds?
Yes. First of all, crowdfunding platform sound as a new idea to some people who never used it in the past.
Yeah.
So it takes like a bunch of effort and also a significant time to explain to young people how they can raise funds for their businesses. This is one of the challenges that I saw. But as a person who work with youth and students, I am accustomed to investing my time and also using different ways to make sure people are understanding those resources, the existence of crowdfunding platforms. So that's the first challenge I face most of the time. But another challenge that sometimes a student might raise funds and their project fail in the end. And you know, for crowdfunding, when a project fails, there is a risk of damaging the reputation of the business, and people have pledged money to them, you know. Yeah. It's a big challenge for me, who has taken the first step to introduce this crowdfunding option to those students, because when they raise money and those students are unable to manage their business successfully, it becomes a big challenge to me. So those are some of the challenges I met, and they were very big to me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you another question. So you know that in Uganda, people have been using crowdfunding as the way of raising their capital. So maybe you have some experience. Maybe you know people who have been using this crowdfunding. And can you maybe tell us the impact of crowdfunding, how maybe crowdfunding has impacted the business in Uganda?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for that good question.
Yeah.
In Rwanda, entrepreneurship is rising and it's really advancing on a good speed. And everything we thank crowdfunding platforms, because it's a new option that wasn't here in the past. People are trying to explore it. So it has brought many opportunities, because it's a fast way to raise finance with no upfront fees. Everyone can go ahead and raise funds, even when they don't have that startup capital. They can get investors who might be inject some capital or some seed funds in their businesses, and they start working. So the impact is really remarkable in people's life, because there are many entrepreneurs who are starting, the others are running their businesses successfully, and they thank all the seed capital. They got all the seed capital from crowdfunding, or like raising funds from crowdfunding platforms. It's a big impact in people's lives, because the economy is advancing in Rwanda, because the government has put like entrepreneurship. They have prioritized entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship has been supported by crowdfunding, So it's a big impact then. Another thing I see as impact is that my students are starting to build good businesses, because they can get feedback and expert guides on how to improve their business ideas when they go for crowdfunding. It's a good impact, because people can give their ideas, they can give feedback. My students can hear what they are doing wrong in their business, what they can improve on, and now we are trying to build very good and feasible business ideas. You understand that it's a big impact in our industry. Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Those are some of the impact I can mention now. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Bosco. And maybe I would like to ask you the last question. So this last question is going to be random. So there are some people maybe who are watching this video. So
yes.
Do you have something that you can recommend them about crowdfunding? This is the last question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you so much. We've talked a lot about equity crowdfunding and loan crowdfunding, but I want to mention that there are other ways to raise funds apart from equity and loan crowdfunding. Because if it's you have a business idea and it's for charity purpose, you can go for donation crowdfunding instead of using equity crowdfunding or loan crowdfunding. Donation crowdfunding, you try to gather a community online and mobilize them to donate to your social or charitable project. And there is also another one type of crowdfunding, which is called the reward crowdfunding, where you promise people who will give you money a certain reward, and the reward will be better depending on how much they are investing in your business. In that case, it's not something that is like tangible or something that is money, but it's a reward. It's a reward to recognize the person has given something in your business. Those people may gain non-financial rewards. Like, for example, you can get recognition, or maybe you can be showcased as someone, or you can even be featured in a certain article as someone who has contributed to the success of a business. So that's the last thing I want to mention, so that you can also so that people shouldn't be inclined or should not only focus on equity and loan crowdfunding, but give themselves another, or be open to also try donation crowdfunding if they are doing something for charity, or also use reward crowdfunding if it works to be very nice. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this time, and I really like the way you answered all questions that I asked you. So I like the way you tried to make things clear, and how you are recommending people to use crowdfunding, and some experience that you have about how Rwandans or entrepreneurs are using this crowdfunding and how it has impacted the business in Rwanda. So, and how maybe the challenges we faced while recommending people to use this kind of crowdfunding to raise their capital. So thank you very much. And I hope I'm going to change lives of many people in Uganda. Those people want to start their business. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I really appreciate you. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you.